Reflection on Psalm 71 verse 15, the Passion Translation, a never-ending story of his righteousness and salvation. Introduction, the unending testimony. Friends, as we continue to immerse ourselves in the heartfelt declarations of Psalm 71, we encounter a verse that speaks to the joyous and inexhaustible nature of testifying to God's goodness. It's a commitment to an unending story, a boundless acclamation of His character and His acts. Psalm 71, verse 15 in the Passion Translation proclaims with a heart full of awe. All day long I will tell of your righteousness and your salvation, though I know no end to it. This verse calls us to a life of continuous proclamation, acknowledging that the depth of God's goodness is truly fathomless. Let's explore this beautiful resolve to never cease telling of Him. Part 1. All day long I will tell of your righteousness, proclaiming His inherent goodness and justice. The psalmist declares, all day long I will tell of your righteousness. This isn't a mere passing thought or a fleeting moment of contemplation, it's a commitment to a continuous, moment-by-moment narrative. All day long means that in every waking hour, through every task, every conversation, every challenge, and every triumph, our hearts and mouths can be engaged in proclaiming God's righteousness. What is His righteousness? It speaks to His perfect character, His inherent justice, His moral purity, and His absolute faithfulness in all His dealings. It means that God is always right, always fair, always true to His word, and always acts in accordance with His holy nature. To tell of His righteousness is to affirm His just governance over the universe, His righteous judgments, and His perfect way of restoring what is broken. It's a powerful testimony to a world often struggling with injustice and moral confusion, affirming that there is a perfect standard, and it is found in God. Our lives, our words, and our actions can become living sermons, continually declaring His unwavering good and just character. Part 2. And your salvation, though I know no end to it, a limitless story of deliverance. The declaration continues, encompassing another boundless aspect of God, and your salvation, though I know no end to it. Salvation here is vast. It's not just eternal rescue from sin, but also daily deliverance from troubles, physical healing, emotional restoration, divine provision, protection from harm, and rescue from impossible situations. It is God's active power to save us in every dimension of our lives. And the astonishing part is, though I know no end to it. This reveals the inexhaustible nature of God's saving acts. His interventions are not finite, His grace is not depleted. Every morning brings new mercies, every challenge overcome adds another chapter to His saving power, and every deliverance reveals another facet of His boundless love. The stories of His salvation are endless. There will always be more to discover, more to experience, and more to tell. This makes our testimony a living, growing narrative, never stagnant, always fresh. Whether we are in thriving cities like London or in remote villages, God's salvation is constantly at work, providing an unending fountain of stories to share. Conclusion: living a life of overflowing testimony. So, as we reflect on Psalm 71 verse 15 from the Passion Translation, we are called to embrace a life of continuous, boundless testimony. May our hearts and mouths be ever ready to all day long tell of His righteousness and His salvation, knowing that there truly is no end to it. This is the joy and privilege of knowing God, to live a life overflowing with His goodness, continually proclaiming His just character and His limitless power to save, for His glory alone. Did this reflection on Psalm 71 verse 15, the Passion Translation, inspire you to share more about God's unending righteousness and salvation? If so, please give this video a heartfelt like. What is one recent act of God's salvation, deliverance/rescue, you can tell of today? Comment your thoughts or a powerful amen in the comments below. Share this message with someone who needs to be reminded of God's inexhaustible goodness and saving power. Subscribe for more inspiring reflections from the Psalms in this series.